Hi, I'm Chris Barney, and this is my game Fall of the Last City. I've often had a hard time explaining why Fall of the Last City is an important, interesting, and innovative game. I'll describe it as a six-person, real-time worker placement strategy game with a social deception mechanic based on the iterative prisoner's dilemma. And that's all true as far as it goes, but what does that mean in terms of the player experience, and how does that set this game apart from the dozens of other strategy social deception games out there? First, the most obvious thing. This game is in real time. All six players move at once each turn, and that means that this is a six-person strategy game where it's always your turn. Something my standard pitch hasn't pointed out is that there's no randomness in this game. Every decision in the game is a meaningful choice for the player. But because there's six players and the turns are simultaneous, it's nearly impossible for the players to count cards, and that means that the game state feels very dynamic and hard to predict. I always point out the social deception mechanics of the game, and they're a favorite part of most players. However, reviewers who haven't had a chance to actually play the game often ask why I don't just create a pure social deception game and dispense with the tactical strategy elements. The answer is that having a deep and engaging strategy game underpinning the social deception creates stakes for the player decisions. The prisoner's dilemma can be trite and overdone, but facing down another player whose actions you've been watching, and with the stakes being your position in the game that you've built with careful tactical choices, that's an intense experience, and this game builds it better than any other I've played. Also of note is that the recruiting mechanic, which is on its surface just a worker placement puzzle, is both risky and stakes driven due to the player choices, and it acts as a timer driving the game to a dramatic conclusion. The timed player resources are carefully set at levels that consistently create a high level of player engagement and a predictable time frame for play. Lastly, I want to say a little bit about the theming for the game. I say that this is a game played after the apocalypse, meaning that it's a game that the survivors of the apocalypse would play sitting around a barrel fire in the wasteland. And that's true. Every aspect of the physical artifact of the game supports that fiction, from the tattered rules document written in a hand-created font, to the painted canvas board, to the handcrafted pieces that are made to literally look like scraps of metal scavenged from the bones of civilization. But the game takes that theme a step further, and the details of the world that are embedded in the rules and the other parts of the game show that playing this game is the way that its players remember the fall of civilization and pass on the lessons that they learned from it. Everything about the game, from the ammo crate that it comes in to the final decision made by the winner, all work to share that experience with its players. I hope that you'll take the time to unpack and explore this game, and that you'll find it as rewarding as I have creating it. Thank you.